quite nice.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to video, so there we go.
This was made by again some of the guests. It's made out of hemp fiberglass, apparently. So I'm told.
So where did the hemp come from then? Was that on site or was it?
I don't think it was on site. No.
No. Okay.
I don't know.
That's a nice little spot, isn't it?
Before our time. Yeah, it's quite nice. The acoustics are quite interesting.
Yeah.
You know, as you sit down, as you talk, you can almost hear yourself talking to yourself and move your head forward and back, and it's all slightly different. So, we're a Christian community, so we try and meet here at 8:30 in the morning for a quarter of an hour, and 8:30 and a quarter of an hour at 12:30. Although obviously not everybody by any means is Christian, so we just sit in silence, ring the bell, light the candle, so people can pray or just be quiet. But it's not obligational anyway, so some people come, some people don't. But it's a nice, peaceful place. If you've worked hard in the morning, you come here at 12:30 and just sit down, look outside or close your eyes or pray.
It's nice to have that quiet time, isn't it? You know.
It's nice to have a rhythm of working and being quiet as well.
Yeah.
If you can manage it. Yeah. No, it's good.
It's shaped like the top of a mosque or something.
Top of a mosque or an onion. I know, it's an interesting shape.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got this Turkish or Middle Eastern feel.
Yeah, it has. It could be Morocco or something.
Yeah. And is this a usable little heater?
Well, it is, but in the summer it's really, really hot. You wouldn't want it. Yeah. In winter, it just gets slightly damp, and it would take quite an effort to light it if you're just going to do it for a quarter of an hour.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to have a meeting in here and got a fire lighter, it would probably be worthwhile. But we don't generally light it that much, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, all the shepherd's huts, that's where the guests stay. There's up to 5. There's 3, which you probably see when we go back. There's another one further in the woods, and then there's property within the main building. But all the shepherd's huts have their own, boilers, not boilers, fires, so people can keep themselves warm in the winter.
So they habitate them, and they can choose one of them in the woods and choose to live there if you like?
Well, they get allocated. Everybody, you'll get allocated your place. We have a maximum of 5. We tend to try and have 3 or 4 mid to long term, and space with one of them just for people who want to stay for a week or 2 weeks, mix it up a little bit. And we ask people to pay £75 a week for all food and bills. And then we take it in turns to cook, and we have different jobs. Somebody will look after the pigs, somebody will look after the sheep, and then that'll change next week. We'll have a little house meeting, and somebody will do the chickens next week. And
do you cater for vegetarians?
We do. We've got vegetarian coming next week. I mean, we have lambs and pigs, for the meat, but as well for therapy and for fun. But we are carnivores, but all are welcome. Vegetarian, whatever faith, none.
I mean, it doesn't take much effort to, people eat vegetarian all the time anyway. It's just a bit of meat, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I know, but the thing is, cooking for them. When you're cooking, if you've got a vegetarian, then perhaps you just have to do the meat separate from the main thing or whatever. But we all have to work it out. I mean, our son Josh is gluten and lactose free, so we have to sort of cater for that as well.
So he gets an intolerance and a reaction or something. Yeah,
mainly in his stomach. He'll have to go to the toilet quite quickly, and he'll just become more irritable. It's not a major, he doesn't foam at the mouth or have any major.
I hope not.
Well, there's some people, maybe not foam at the mouth, but some people do. Yeah, the lips can swell up or things like that. Yeah. But no, he just feels a bit and gets a bit annoyed. Anyway, so this is the chapel.
Yep.
Compost loo there if you get caught short.
Compost loo, eh? Yeah, that's if you need to do the number 2, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, just go in the bush.
Yeah, sure. Old drum set there. What happened to those?
Yeah, well, they've been there since, just before we came, like most things. So this is Forest School. People come on site. The school, Holly Hawthorne. They come and do stuff for kids once a week in the term time and twice a week.
So a little social community outreach or something, yeah?
Well, they just come and do their own thing. They use our land. We're happy, it gives us a little bit of rent. We're happy for them to use it.
That's fair enough, isn't it?
The kids enjoy it.
Yeah. So is it a local school that uses it?
It's from, I don't think the local school actually send them anymore.
All right.
So it's just individuals, mainly in the summer or other holidays. If you just want to sort of offload your kids from 10 till 2, you can send them to the Forest School here.
I see.
And I think it's preschool in the in term time. It's a bit of a shame, really. I think Forest School. I think all kids in all schools should really do some of that.
Yeah. So do you advertise that kind of thing? You just got your website, I see.
Yeah.
And then people approach you for that, do they?
Really?
Do people approach you for that and say, look, are we...
The Forest School is directly to the Forest School organisers.
I see.
We don't really do anything, really.
I see.
They just come and do it. We make a commitment not to come down here or any of the guests down, and we'll leave them in peace on the times that they're here.
Yeah.
But no, it runs itself, and if you want to send your kids to Forest School, you contact Holly and Hawthorne.
I see, yeah.
Direct. Now we have just got 3 pigs for the first time. We got them 2 days ago, and they did escape. Naughty pigs.
Naughty pigs. Yeah. That was a strange noise, wasn't it?
Oh, that's my. That means I've got a text from somebody.
Oh, I see. Right.
I hope they're still in there.
Is this an old quarry or something?
It used to be a limestone quarry.
Yeah, you could tell the way it's cut out, like
60 years ago or something like that. Yeah. And then there's some disused rail tracks. Well, the rail isn't there, but the tracks used to be a railway line, and then when that got closed down, it wasn't viable to shift the limestone anymore. There was no real other way of doing it. So the quarry closed down, and this woodland
took over
in its place.
Yep.
So let me just see if these pigs are in. We'd only had them here a couple of hours, and then they all escaped. We found 2 of them, and then one of them had escaped as far as Shepton Mallet Community Woodland. They're only like 8 or 9 weeks old, and I thought we'd never see it again. But when I came back a few hours later, it had come back. So we've done put these boards in where we thought they might have escaped under, but then they escaped again. So we've just done the electric fences you can hear.
That's that tick tick tick.
So that should not be touching that. Yeah. So let me just make sure that they're still here. I can see something moving around there.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah, there they are.
Hello, piggy.
Hello. I do quite like them, actually. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Don't go back against that. Oh.
There's only one way in around the front here, isn't it?
Yeah. No, the thing is, I don't want to push because they're not got used to this electric fence yet, and if they push into it, they do get a little shock and they do yelp a bit. Poor things.
Oh.
They've probably got the hang of it by now. Okay, we'll leave you in peace. Yeah, when we came, the last pig that they had slaughtered was the sow, and when we came, there were 2,000 sausages in the freezer, and we've only just finished them. We've been here, 14 months now, and we've only just finished eating through the sausages that were left.
So you make them yourself on site, yeah?
Oh no, this was before Toby did that, and we take them to a proper abattoir and butcher, and then they get brought back.
I see.
Yeah.
Pig world.
Indeed.
So it's quite an extensive bit of land then, really, isn't it?
It's about 10 acres, apparently.
That's pretty good, yeah. And what's up this little staircase?
That just sort of goes off-site, actually, into the next-door field.
Okay. Not a public footpath or anything?
No, it's sort of our place.
Right. And do you have public footpaths running through the land?
No, it's private. It's private land. So we'll go out this way, because this is where the cave is.
So do people approach you to go in the cave? Is it extensive, big, or is it...
Well, you'll see. I don't know how extensive it is. I've chucked a rock down there once, and it did take a while to get down, so I don't know how deep it is.
So you've never been down it?
No. And our kids don't know about it, and along there that continues. Because they don't often, this is a bit more of a wild area. They have to play football at the moment and collect the eggs. I don't really want them coming all the way down here, because they're only 7 and 8 years old.
Oh, well, as they grow up, they're going to explore more, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, yeah, I don't quite know what Toby did about that, because our son's on the autistic spectrum, so he's quite straightforward and just does things on his own terms. So if we tell him not to go down the cave, into the cave, he'd probably just go into the cave. I don't know. To work that one out.
Well, if he knows there's a cave, then he knows there's something to explore. If he doesn't know there is a cave, then...
Well, that's how we're playing it at the moment.
Yeah.
As you say, you know, they'll explore later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see the sort of, we're in a well.
Coombe. Well, it's a well-established path with these little designated steps. Thanks for taking the time to show us around, Chris.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry that just when I thought...
Well, you thought you were having a day off, and then that was it, wasn't it? I rock up.
It's part of the deal. It's absolutely fine. So,
you can feel it get a bit cooler all of a sudden here.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Well, feel free to walk into there.
Does it have a name?
Not that I'm aware of.
Hair goes down, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
It's my fascination at the moment. I've been looking on YouTube about people going caving, and some of them they're a hostile environment. They can be, but they can be magical as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And animals will obviously take refuge in them, but if you go in that, a little animal is not going to get out again, is it? Unless there's another entrance somewhere.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, that's what a speleology team would do. They would check out, map it, and see if there's any other entrances and things. And then if it's of any interest, they could do digs in it and join it up with other caves in the area,
No.
It looks as though it's been established here for a while, though, with this wall around it.
Wall, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if Toby put that round there just to draw attention to it or what.
Now, there is a website which will tell you what the cave is called and some history of it and its parameters, how deep it goes and things.
Okay, what's that called?
I think you just do a search for caves and you'll come up. I think it's MCRA or MCA or something like that. It's a couple of initials.
Cave Association, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, great. It's definitely a cave. Some of them have very small entrances, and you have to do a tight squeeze for along a passage, and then it opens up into something more glorious, But that one was quite.
Yeah, you can't miss that one.
Really. No.
So your wife, do you mind saying what was the issue with her?
She has multiple sclerosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long has she had that?
She was diagnosed with it in 2007.
Right.
So that's 11 years of living with it, and and we got married 3 years ago now.
Okay.
And I've taken her to India a couple of times. Oh, you've got another entrance here.
One here. Yeah. So I don't know if they're hooked up. I don't even know. I don't know if that is actually anything. I mean, you can see there's sort of space through there.
Yeah.
Whether you pull, I don't really know.
It looks inaccessible as far.
Oh yeah, it's inaccessible as it is now.
Yeah. And you couldn't even, dig a rock out like that. So, that's the end of that one. It's just a shelter from the wind and the rain, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it looks... I mean, I wouldn't mind the kids going in there.
Yeah,
I
fine.
don't think. Yeah.
Well, what they do with dangerous ones, they will put an iron kind of gate on the front of them and then lock them under key.
Yeah, and there's one or two like that in Shepton Mallet Community Woodland.
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
No, I haven't checked it out.
Just over where we are.
All right.
But yeah, you can't actually... Yeah, I mean, I can show you where it is. You can walk to it from our site.
Well, if you got the time.
If you wanted to. So yeah, what are you wearing? You're alright for knuckles and...
Yeah, I got long trousers on. Nice woodland.
It is, because it's, as I say, it's only 60 years old. It's not your classic ancient stuff, but it is beautiful. There's a lot of ash. Got a little bit of ash dieback, but most of our ash seems to have, got through the winter and be doing okay. Not all of it, but most of it.
I mean, you've got quite an area to grow, and have a good potential for crops of various sorts.
Yeah, oh yeah. And Toby's, replaced a lot of the tree. I mean, you can see all these, he's replaced a lot of the trees that they've chopped down. I think he's sown a lot in their own right, rather than just replacing them.
Yeah.
Got the woodland management plan.
So do you work in association with, like, woodland trusts and things like that? Do they give you guides for conservation and things like that?
Well, I mean, I've tried to get hold of the local forestry commission people, but they're so busy. Some of the wrong time apparently. They said they'll get back to me in September because we need to have a woodland management plan, really.
Yeah.
To do with somebody coming around, giving us some advice. So we've got people on. We're a charity now, so we've got somebody who works for the forestry commission on the charity, but we actually need to, say we're here. We need to make a woodland management plan. This is what we're thinking. Would you say that's okay, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get around to that. Well, they've got my number and email. They said they'll phone me back in September.
Yeah, so long as you made that approach, then that's a good thing to do, isn't it?
But I mean, the good thing with woodland is, just going to be for a while. It does its own thing. But it's amazing, there's very, very few evergreens. So if you walked around here in December,
all right,
there'd be a little bit of brush down here, but that wouldn't even be that green. Yeah. And up above, you'd just see the sky and just branches, hardly any green at all. And then it comes. So that's one of the accommodation.
Fantastic!
Places.
You got your own little kind of hut hidden away in the woods.
Yeah. I mean, some people really like being away from the rest of us, and other people think, "Oh, that's too weird. Stuck in the woods, I don't want to be there." Yeah. It's a bit like the caves, It's either mysterious or it's a bit, bit of this, that, and the other.
Oh, right time in the right place. A little wigwam or something.
That's just here. Yeah. Well, like a lot of things that were started in Toby's time several years ago, this is kind of falling apart a bit, really. That's busted. I think some of this wood is beginning to get a bit rotten. We've had some barbecues. It's a nice place, but it just probably needs a bit of an upgrade. We've just been on holiday, and when we came back, this is supposed to be up like this. But there's been some breakages, so it's just the back props are broken, so it's fallen back. So we actually need to get on top of this, or at least put a tarp over here, because this gets damp with the rain. It's a cob oven.
A few people around the back give it a shove and then prop it up. And then...
Yeah, no, it's on our list of things to do next week. Yeah.
Someone's left their attaché case.
Yeah, I think there's. I don't think there's too much important in there. We'll just go back out this way. I'll show you where the woodland is.
Yeah.